Alright, so the number one thing that matters in a video game, above all else, is that the game is fun. If the game is not fun, why bother? So says Reggie Fils-Aimé. That guy knows what he's talking about. He was the president of Nintendo. We gotta listen to that guy. Now, every gamer is different, and what they consider to be fun is very different too. Whether that be playing Fortnite and doing stupid emotes, or whatever Chris Pratt was talking about with the
stomping Koopas.
Really doesn't matter to me though, because personally, I am a fan of sticky balls. What astounds me about normal people who haven't played Katamari is that they are depriving themselves of the Damacy that is Katamari. Who doesn't enjoy the sheer gameplay that is rolling around, bumping into things, and then rolling around to pick up the things that fell off when you bumped into things? In Katamari Damacy, you play as this guy. He's the Prince of all Cosmos, and of course, as the Prince, his job is to roll around his big, dumb, fuck you ball. I mean, just look at him. He's a wonderful guy, really. Look at him do his little dance. And you may ask, oh, well, what's the plot about? What do you do? I feel like I've been very obvious about that second one. You roll around your big, dumb ball. But you actually pose a very interesting question. The plot of Katamari Damacy is actually quite simple. You see, your father, who is naturally given your princely stature, the king of all cosmos, got really drunk one night and decided the best use of his time would be to remove every single star that exists. He, of course, being the amazing father he is, pins it all on you, and now it's your job to roll that Katamari and get your big dumb ball as big as possible so that he can save the galaxy. It's wondrous, really. The game follows a simple formula. You roll things up to meet your size goal using both your control sticks to control the direction and speed in which you roll. You want to turn around? Tilt one stick up and one down, and that prince down there will do his silly little turning dance and you'll be right on your way. Or you can do the fast jump, but it's not as fun to explain. The Big Nasty Ball Joy game is centered around its peculiar control scheme, like a modern day Fadian type game, except actually fun. Like, of course you would push forward to go forward, that's what the ball does. You need to go fast, of course you get your little guy amped up to run really fast. A game built on the foundation of gameplay as a forefront, such as Katamari Damacy, is one that seeks to provide the most dopamine to your brain as humanly possible. This guy clearly wanted you to either shit your pants in fear, joy, or rage, and I definitely did all three of those, rolling around these massive balls. That was a bad line read. Aside from the normal gameplay loop of getting put into bigger and bigger fields of things to roll your balls all around, the game also provides you with some bonus balls. Take your pick. We got crab balls, the swan balls, the women balls, the twin balls. This one you unfortunately don't actually get to play with two balls. And everyone's favorite, the cow and bear balls. I said the cow and bear balls. I said
The asterism that is in it.
fuck! Damn it! What I need you to understand about the cow and bear balls is that I think the creator of this game took cocaine and actually met Satan to make them. If you know anything about this game, you know what I'm going to talk about here. And if you don't, buckle in. I don't know if it's been clear, but the object of this game is to pick up as many things as possible and get your Katamari to be massive. In these levels, however, they still want you to get your Katamari to be massive, but they place little tiny cows all over the level, and if you pick one of those up, your level ends instantly. These balls are the real big dumb fuck you balls. Now, enough about balls. What I really came to talk to you about here is the music. There's a certain flow state you can enter when you're playing a level and you hear a robot man chanting. That's where you lock in. That's where you're supposed to lock in. If you didn't, then sorry. Or how about when you're rolling your massive balls and picking up a bunch of people, sending them into the starry depths of space to die, and you hear... It's actually a joy to listen to and genuinely a transcendental experience. And who could forget the da-na, na-na-na-na-na-na-na, Katamari Damacy. While you're literally picking up entire islands and sending the entire human race into space to become the moon to control the barren wastelands that you have made. None of these compare to, of course, maybe the absolute best song ever made ever, maybe? Although Lonely Rolling Star only plays for 2 levels, it is genuinely one of my favorite video game songs I've ever heard. Although the whole song is very upbeat and poppy, the lyrics exude a sense of loneliness and wanting for something that you can't have yet, and I really just think that's beautiful and a wonderful song. Anyway, you're rolling up women with your big sticky balls. Katamari Damacy is an incredible game. I would genuinely put it in my top 5 games I've ever played, and I mean that despite all the ball jokes. Unfortunately though, for Katamari Damacy, I feel like it's ineligible because of one glaring flaw. That's the fact that this guy decided to make another one like 1 year later. We Love Katamari is another game where you roll a big dumb ball around, and man, I just love this one. The whole point is that everybody loves Katamari, just like me. I find that so relatable. From a baseline gameplay approach, We Love Katamari decides to stray from its predecessor, where Damacy strives to get longer and longer every level, creating a game that feels like a marathon, testing your skills further and further every level. We Love Katamari asks the question, what if this game was for people with ADHD? Boom! Every level is quick and simple, most maxing out at around 8 minutes, and the longest one going a little over the halfway point of the final level of Damacy. The game just oozes creativity from every rounded point of that Katamari ball. It's not really a ball if you really look at it. I really think we should consider this. Where Damacy went with the theme of creating stars and constellations, the concept of the sequel decides to posit, what would a fan of Katamari Damacy want a level of the game to be? This concept allows the game to run wild and jam-pack as many unique and interesting uses of a sticky ball as you could possibly imagine. You feel like going underwater? You can do that in this game. You want to experience serenity and pick up as many fireflies as possible, making your sticky ball a rolling lamppost? You can do that in this game. You want to pick up cookies and then shoot 2 old ladies into space? You can go do that right now. My personal favorite level is the race car ball, where they put in the physics engine that you just can't stop going, and you have to roll no matter what. It's hilarious. There's also the cowbear level. I don't feel I need to further explain why this level is bad, however, I do have a really funny clip that I feel I need to share with you all. That'll be funny in the video. That one was on accident. Everything about this package just flows so perfectly. The level select is quick and easy to get from level to level. The vibe is more jovial and poppy, and it exemplifies the community that you're building in the game. The king just hates you for no reason most of the time and is an asshole, and it just perfectly fits his character and doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I do feel I need to backstep a little bit and say that there is some hyperbole that this is an objectively better game. I don't think there's any really quantifying one above the other, but in my current truth, I have to put We Love balls above big dumb fuck you balls at this current moment. This is a statement I wrote in the script before I got the footage for this video. I'm now telling you that I was wrong about what you just heard. It isn't a toss-up. My truth on loving balls is the objective truth. Let me tell you about this game. We Love Katamari is not only everything I've said prior, it is a game about building a community. Every single facet of this game, from the world map growing in population to the levels portraying real-life places and situations. The first game's world felt like an arcade game full of random things to collect, and they all fit the theme of a modern, at the time, Japanese society, but something about the placement and the flow of the gameplay, the vibrancy of the colors, and the way that when you unlock a cousin, they just show up doing some other shit in another level like they're enjoying the party too. There's just so much to love about the togetherness that We Love Katamari gives. Even the king making fun of you when you underperform, he thinks your balls are whack, but so does the person you were rolling the balls for. There's never a time in the game where they aren't crafting a community to experience. And they put 2 Empire State Buildings in their makeshift New York and called them both Potato for some reason. And I can't explain that, but this game is just a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, and I have nothing else to say on the matter. So yeah. So go play these games, or I'll be so mad at you, you won't even believe it. They're on pretty much every major console, and are only like $30. They go on sale pretty often too, so if you liked this video, you should get it and try it out. And hey, if you did like this video, consider subscribing. I really liked making this and would love to make more. Yeah. Balls.